Good morning. So today's lesson, you're going to be doing the second part of the Growing Plants Gizmo. Just some of the vocabulary to review with you: compost, fertilizer, mass, seed, soil, and variable. The main focus question you're going to answer with today's lesson is, how does the amount of light affect how the plants grow? We're going to first start off by forming a hypothesis, and it talks about a variable here. A variable is something that can be changed in an experiment, such as the amount of light. How do you think the amount of light affects how plants grow? So you're going to want to answer this question in a complete sentence and give reasoning why you think what you do. Please, no one-word answers. I think I gave that in feedback to a lot of you on the first part of the gizmo. But one thing you need to remember with science experiments is a variable is the one thing you change. You don't want to change many things in an experiment at the same time, or else you're not going to know what's causing the result of the plant growing. So most scientists will do one variable at a time to figure this out. And one thing I want you to know about these gizmos is they're very real world. Like, they represent what typically would happen with plants. And what I like about all these simulations is we could grow all these plants in the classroom and do all these experiments, but this gizmo gives us the opportunity to see the results in a very, very quick way. So that's part of the benefit of having these models and simulations that we're using. Um, so for the experiment, you're going to set up 3 pots with 50 milliliters of water per day, plain soil, and turnip seeds. So you notice the water stays the same, the soil stays the same, the turnip seeds stay the same. The only variable that we're going to be changing in this experiment is the amount of light each pot is going to get. So it says turn on 3 lights over pot A, 1 light over pot B, and 0 lights over pot C. Then click play, and after 30 simulated days, you're going to click pause. One thing I want you to keep in mind is it says after 30 days. In the last experiment, we did 50. So you're going to have to be paying attention when to hit that pause. So you're going to go to your gizmo and get it set up. So we have 3 lights in pot A, and the way this one for pot B, you only want 1 light. So the way you do it is you just click on, so I have 1 bulb, and then this one you have to click on all 3 to get them to go off. And then just pull the turnip seed in there. Okay, and then you're gonna hit play, and you have to stop it at day 30. I'll try to do this. I'm gonna try to do it at 29 because I'm very slow. Oh, nope, I can do one more. Ah! Well, you get the point. So you try to stop it at day 30, okay? And then you're gonna go back and you'll put in the number of lights, so 310, what the height came out for the different plants, the mass for each plant, which is listed there, and then the appearance of what it looks like on day 30. Now, there's 2 types of data that you can add. You can add qualitative, which is more of your description. So you could talk about green or brown or no leaves at all. Or you could also do some quantitative type of observations where you could be specific with numbers, like, for example, 2 leaves, 3 leaves, 1 stalk. But that's the difference between qualitative and quantitative data. When I talk about quantitative data, I always think of quantity, which means amount. So then I think numbers. And qualitative, I think of quality, which is like a description. So I think of adjectives. But that's how I remember it in my head. Um, then you go on to step 4, graphing data. Sometimes makes patterns in the data easier to see. In the boxes below, copy and paste an image of each bar graph representing your data. To do this, go to the Data tab, set the data to plant height, click on Show Numbers below the graph, click on the camera icon in the top right of the data. The camera will take a screenshot of the graph, copy and paste the graph into the correct box above, repeat for plant mass. So same as before, You're going to want to get these graphs in. If you forget how to do it, we're going to go to the data tab. Okay, so now I have it on height. One thing I didn't do when I was explaining last time is I didn't click on this box that shows the numbers, so it makes it easier to tell what the levels are in the bar graph. Then you hit the camera. Okay, so here is my screenshot. There's two ways you can get this into the table. You can do Control C, which is copy, and then Control V to paste, or you can right click like it tells you to, copy image address, um, oops, go into here, go into insert, image, I would go under photo, nope, by URL, Control V, insert. Okay, so there it is. And then you'd have to do it for mass as well. I'm going to take this out because I didn't last time, so I gave everybody a free graph in their answer last time. Let me just take that out. And then the last thing you need to answer is how did the amount of light affect how the plants grow? You're going to put your claim where you answer this question in a complete sentence. Your evidence is going to be your data, and your conclusion is where you put it all together. And once again, if you have any questions about this at all, please come to the Google Meet at 12:45 to 1:45 and I can help you. All right, good luck.